What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to give you 5 simple tips you can implement right away to make your videos more vibrant and retain more attention. So I'm going to give you 3 basic tips and 2 advanced tips. So the first basic tip that I recommend is when you insert any asset into your video, like for example, let's say I insert an Instagram logo into this video, like so. Instead of just leaving it flat like this,
whenever there's a choice between prioritizing your health or
you can add this effect called play pendulum. I have it favorited, but you can simply just search it over here. But before you add it, make sure you make it a compound clip. Add it and use these settings right here. And that gives it a slight motion effect. So if I make this full screen right here.
Whenever there's a choice between prioritizing your health or thinking about your...
So that retains attention. So if the viewer was thinking of skipping at that moment, he would stay for a few seconds more. So the second tip that you can add is add B-roll. So whatever he's talking about, it has to be related to that. And you can add B-rolls that cover the entire screen to kind of give the viewer a little break from watching you speak. And it gives a little stimulation. So
whenever there's a choice between prioritizing your health or thinking about your relationships.
So when he says whenever there's a choice of prioritizing your health, you can go to this website called Free Pick. It's what I use. And you can just simply search health or maybe a doctor working on a patient or something like that. And you always want to go to videos and you can download one of these videos. Go for 1080p if that's what you're exporting your videos as. If you're going 4K, then maybe you need to download these ones, but they take a lot of time. It's 308 megabytes. So you would take this video and right when he says,
whenever there's a choice between
prioritizing your health, you would add that B-roll right here.
Prioritizing your health.
Make it full screen.
Between prioritizing your health or thinking.
And then when he says thinking about going out with your friends, maybe you want to say group of friends laughing. So the B-roll, basically, essentially what it is you want to make it related to what he's speaking about. And then you want to add that right there, make it cover the whole screen.
Between prioritizing your health or thinking about your relationships,
and then you bring it back to him. So what this does is instead of making it plain like this,
prioritizing your health or thinking about your relationship,
it gives the viewer a little change.
Prioritizing your health or thinking about your relationships.
And then you can bring it back to him. The third tip that I want to give you is add low background music. So it shouldn't be anything that is fighting for the presence of the speaker's voice. It should just be something in the background. So whenever there's a silent moment, that background music keeps the viewer from thinking about anything else other than the video. So when people watch a video, they want to be fully immersed. Without any background music, it can kind of feel awkward, or it gives the viewer a chance to wander off, which you don't want. So slight background music that doesn't fight for his voice would be good. A good tip that I've learned while editing videos for 4 years is you don't want to notice the background music, but you want to be able to notice it if it's not there. Moving on to the advanced tips. The first one is slow zooms. So assume these B-rolls were not there. Instead of keeping the camera static like this, you can add a keyframe at the beginning and maybe you can move like 3-4 seconds forward and you can zoom it in a little bit. And what that does
whenever there's a choice between prioritizing your health or thinking about your
it
relationship,
just slowly zooms in the camera. So he's making a point right now and it kind of goes with his point. So you don't want to make the zoom in too short.
Whenever there's a choice between prioritizing your health,
because if it's too short like this, then he's still making the point, but the zoom stopped. So you want to make it as long as he's making the point.
Or doing something related to work, you should always pick the...
So when he says you're doing something related to work, that point ends there.
Related to work, you should...
So the zoom also should end there. And then ideally you want to have a screen change. So change it to a B-roll or something. And then you can also do zoom outs. So if you start at, what did we end at here? 118, right? So if you start at 118, you can end it at 113. So it can zoom out like this.
Between prioritizing your health or thinking about your relationships.
It depends on what point in the video you are, but most of the time zoom ins work better than zoom outs. The last tip that I want to give you is cutouts. So what you can do is you can duplicate this video. You can put the audio at 0 because you don't want double audios. And then you can use auto removal on Capcut. What that does is it removes him from the background. So if you were to insert an asset like this Instagram logo, instead of just plainly bringing it onto the screen, what you can do is put this below the cutout of Ali. Because look, if I take this and if I move it around, it's just his cutout. So what you can do is start the keyframe behind him, add a keyframe, and then move a few seconds along and then bring the keyframe here. What that does is it makes it feel like a 3D dimension where the icon is coming out of Ali.
Whenever there's a choice between prioritizing your health or thinking about...
And if you want to take it a step further, you can go into keyframe animations right here. You can go into each one and use the ease out.
Whenever there's a choice between prioritizing your health...
So once I've applied it to all of them, you can see what I'm talking about here.
Whenever there's... Whenever there's a choice between prioritizing your health or
it makes it a smoother animation. If you guys got any value from this, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more editing value daily, and I'll see you on the next one.